Hey everybody! On this episode of Gaming and Collecting, me and Alex are going to be looking back at some of our favorite classic movies from our childhood. Just stuff that we watched a lot back in the day and just kind of reminiscing on it. But anyways, guys, on with the episode.
Hi. Did
Hey
you hear that?
Alex,
Yes.
you like turkey?
That was my terrible turkey impression that didn't work.
Are you going to want to see turkey again after this week?
Yeah, probably. I mean, I
Okay.
didn't eat that. It's not the turkey that's that. I gave some to Miss Dingles. She didn't have diarrhea, so we're gonna go with it.
Yeah.
No, it would have went through by now. But
We
yeah,
just haven't found it yet.
or maybe that too. Her box was gross. I just cleaned it. It was nasty. She makes a nasty box. But anyways.
Yeah.
Anyways, yes, Miss
if you-
Dingle had some turkey. She
If you
was
couldn't
grateful.
guess, we're recording this right after Thanksgiving.
Yes,
We didn't record before Thanksgiving because we didn't want to.
Yeah. Well, it was Wednesday, and then the next day, it was like Wednesday. We got out of work early, and we both were just like, I don't want to do anything else.
We ate giant burritos, and it was both
Oh.
a great decision and an awful decision.
Oh my god, you got what did you get again? I got like a fajita burrito, and it was so fucking good.
I
That was,
forget
like,
what
the
mine was
best
called,
burrito.
but it was good.
Yours also looked delicious. That place like has the best. We got chimichangas from there before, which were also good. But like someone had recommended to me going to the place that we went to because the burritos were huge. And then we weren't disappointed, but the chimichangas were not as huge as they were saying. But then we got the burritos and we were like, this is where it's at. This is where it's at.
Yeah. Yeah. No, we did the Thanksgiving. We're still recovering from post Thanksgiving. It's been a trying experience every year. You ever notice how like
trying experience?
Thanksgiving's always an experience because it's always like you go in with this mindset where you're like you're gonna pace yourself, and then you eat too much before the meal, and then you're not hungry during the meal, but you still eat anyways.
More importantly, Bill, I got a new car.
I'm aware.
I just remembered this is the first time we're saying it on the podcast. I got a new car. Woo!
You've already made a mess in it.
Shut up. Okay, no, it wasn't my fault. I'm blaming Bill. No, just kidding. I'm blaming the cup holders. The cup holders are the only not great thing in the car. Other than that,
You're blaming me. My ass fucking absorbed most of it.
I'm sorry.
I
Yeah,
had to change when I got home because all I could smell was fucking ginger snowman, whatever the fuck your coffee was.
I got a latte, a snowman latte. Anyway, I got a new car. It's super cute. It's I got a Honda. I'm a Honda gal now, and I got a hybrid. I've only used 2 bars of gas since getting it, which I think is pretty great. Because most of the time it's running the EV port, and it's not like one I have to plug in. It just auto generates. So
an actual like hybrid system, yes.
Yes, which is good because like I just don't want to. I know like sometimes I forget to get gas, and then I go, oh shit, I'm almost out of gas. I feel sneezy. Yep. Oh, excuse me. I felt the sneeze coming, but I wasn't sure if it was gonna come out or not. Bless me. But yeah, I got a new car. It's gray, but it's like a matte gray, not like a pearly gray. It's like nice and matte. It's cool. It's sleek. I already decorated the inside of it. I have the car plate. That legitimately scared me.
The audience cheering for you, yes.
Car plate now. Yeah. It was time for an upgrade. I've had that car for quite a while, and it was my first car that I purchased coming out of college, and I didn't buy the fanciest car in the world, but she was a great car, but it was time to upgrade.
So you're on car number 5 now.
All right.
I just realized
technically technically the first technically I count. It's only like
You can't count the two bugs as one car. They were two separate cars.
no, but technically the bug was mom's car, and she
Yeah, but
just gave it to me.
You still owned it technically.
No, I never owned it technically. Technically, the only two that I have owned were the Renegade. My laundry. Were the Renegade. My
Either
laundry
way.
just went off. Were the Renegade and the one I have now. Fuck off. You're making it sound like I destroyed all those cars. I didn't.
No, I didn't. You only
That's what
destroyed
it
one.
sounded like.
You only destroyed one.
No, and it wasn't my fault. It was they should have canceled school. I was in high school. It was the first time it snowed, and we had to go down these windy back roads, and my car just I chose to either go off the road or go into a car. So I chose to go off the road, okay? And it really wasn't actually that bad. That car is probably it probably was on the road after. It only got totaled because of the age. But if it was a newer car, they probably would have just went and fixed it, which they probably did fix it after still. You're making it sound like I'm a shit driver, and I'm not.
I am not.
Yes,
You're
you
the one that got
You're like,
defensive.
this is car number 50. That's what it sounds like when you say that.
I'm on car number 3. Although 2 and 3 I still own. So
Yeah, whatever.
I mean, I crashed my truck the same day you crashed your bug. So
Yeah, but my accident was a lot worse than yours. Can't deny. I went airborne, Bill.
I hit a tree.
I went airborne and went through 2 trees.
And I was driving with a
didn't hit
broken
a tree.
taillight for like a week, and it was so bright because the light bulb was just like,
Yeah, but I'm not after that. I had technically I had the what's it called? The Highlander. Had the Highlander for
the
like a
Whoopster.
couple Whoopster we called it. That for a couple years. And then I only took the buggy just because it was better on gas, and I was driving for my first internship I was driving like an hour each way. It was like Worcester to Chicopee. So I was driving like an hour every day. Well, 2 hours technically every day. So that's like quite a few miles. So it was better on gas. And then I just kind of took that one. And then I needed a new car because that one just wasn't going to make it to Texas, okay? You're making it sound like I'm a shit driver. It's rude.
No,
but anyways, I have a new...
You're the one that's getting defensive.
Well, no, like, I'm sorry, but you can't just be like, you're on car number 8. And
I just
like,
said
it makes it sound like I'm a shit driver.
No, it doesn't.
You can't. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Ask anyone, and they're gonna say, "Yeah, that kind of sounds like that." You're
Some
making it
people
sound
just
like I suck at
Get new
driving.
cars.
No, you're making it sound like I'm a bad driver, and I'm mad.
Ugh.
You're a bad driver. Give me your drive safe and save stats right now.
I don't
Give me
even know how to
them.
look at
I
those.
want. Give me them. I want to. We both have like we have safe and save for our insurance, and like I looked in the app once, and it literally tells you it's like you need to slow down. You keep going, and Bill won't show me his stats. I want to see him. I want to know that he's worse than me.
Anyways, so
You
it's been
started this.
You're the one that got all
You started it. Anyways, I got a new car. It's really pretty. It's leather. Has heated seats. Turn that fucking music off right now. And it's awesome. And I deserved it because I've been working really hard recently. All right. I quit. I'm no longer doing the pod. No, I quit. This is my last episode. Goodbye. I'm leaving.
Anyways, so
Did you
it's
mute me? What did you just do?
nothing. You're
You
just
look like you went and did something. Maniacal. I can see it in your eyes. The evil.
So I watched Death Note.
Yeah. How do you feel about that?
When people say it fucking falls off a cliff in the third act, they aren't kidding. Because
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that ending sucks.
it's not even bad. It's just like, what the like.
No, I think the ending's bad. I personally think it's bad.
It's symbolic, but his breakdown is the dumbest fucking thing ever.
Well, I
Like,
just
I'm
think it's also just like for him to get caught that easily after doing all the shit, like it needed to be more fantastical and stuff. Like it was lame. It was just like, oh, he got caught and then he cried like a little bitch. I think it should have been more.
I just found I found the whole thing to be like, I was like, oh,
It's underwhelming.
I'm like, this show did not need to be 37 episodes long. It could have easily have been a 26er.
I honestly feel like they should have just ended it like where like he
L
just like
dies. Like, spoiler
yeah,
warning.
well, L dies and then he just lives on as this prolific murderer until like he passes away. Like from like you know what I'm saying? Like he just keeps going and they never catch him. I feel like I would like that better.
Yeah. It was an experience though. I mean, the sound and like design and like the atmosphere of that show is amazing, I will say. But everything else was just like, but that ending though was like, I haven't read it in manga form yet, so I'm gonna see how that goes. I'm curious how they handle that whole thing in the manga. Yeah, I watched that. Other than that, the only other anime I've been watching, aside from ongoings, which we'll get into, I'm watching a show for our next anime swap. So I'm going to keep
nice,
that
nice.
on the down low for now. Oh yeah, Fragrant Flower finished. That was another one. So
Yeah, I was gonna start that actually today on my bike because it's on Netflix.
your
So I
bicycle?
can yes.
Um,
Because I finished Has Been Hotel, which is what I had been watching on my bicycle. So now I need another bicycle show.
yeah, I've been watching that, finished that up. Good story. Very not quite Horimiya speed, but it's definitely a quicker
Get together.
yeah, it's not as slow burn as a lot of slow burns tend to be. Which was nice.
Nice.
And then other than that, Spy Family.
Yes, I did catch up on Spy Family.
Why is it so good? Like, it's so good. Like, how are they? It's somehow better than the manga.
It's so good. Well, I feel like just some of the stuff like comes off better in like
Well, the actors are just fucking killing it.
yeah, I think that's what it does cuz like some of like Melinda's scenes
The double
I-
like the anytime Belinda's and like Yor on screen is lovely because your crash outs are so funny.
But I was just thinking of like the moments like where Melinda was like talking about Damien and like her face gets dark. It's much more impactful with the voice acting, I feel like.
It is. We still don't know who voices Melinda. It's like still an unknown.
Huh.
But I will say my favorite scene from that whole thing is when they're playing volleyball and they're like, "No, you can't be the entire team by yourself."
You can't hit the ball twice. She's like, no. But she
But then
tries
they-
her best.
But they're not questioning her launching the ball into the stratosphere. Like that's fine. They
On the
didn't question that
gymnasium
at all.
floor.
And then they still lost. Like, how did they still lose?
And she can't carry the team, Bill. It's a team sport.
I know.
Watch
It was just
Haikyuu.
funny.
You'll understand. Which we can do a swap on Haikyuu now. Yay!
Alex, let's face it, that's going to be a retrospective, not a swap.
Yeah. We'll do that next season. Next season.
Next year, yeah.
Yeah, because I still have to get through a lot more slop in order to hit my goal number. What?
Ugh. I'm just so like, I want to know who's going to win this now because now it's getting to the point where I'm not even sure.
I've watched so much trash in the past week of 12ers that just are
Watch-
ass. They are ass.
You got more trash to watch today, though, Alex.
Well, oh no, I'm not gonna watch that until it's fully out. No, thank you.
Wait, you don't want to watch the Cha Cha Slide?
No, I don't. Is the dub like gonna be like they're releasing it caught up, or are they
Oh, I
releasing
have no idea.
it as well? Because if it's week to week, I'm not watching that shit week to week. I'm gonna watch it all at once and be like, this shit sucks. And if you don't know what we're talking about One Punch Man.
Well, you don't want to watch Slide to the left,
No,
Slide to the right.
it's more like it's more of just like or like animate. Actually, there was some scenes where they had like that streaky background that they use instead of actually animating, and it was giving me a headache looking at it because there was
There,
just so much of it. Like,
there,
it's okay if you
there
use it for
is,
like short scenes, but like the
you
whole
know, some
episode.
somebody pointed this out, and it is hilarious to me because I just thinking about it. There are hentais that are probably better animated than One
Yeah,
Punch Man
probably. Like
with
that's
half the budget, probably.
yeah, like it's I would love to be a fly on the wall of what's going on in the background. Or if they're gonna do like a blue lock where it's ass in the beginning and then like suddenly at the end they're saving all the budget for a specific fight, which for
I don't think so, just because the
you know,
Blue Lock was bad, but they also didn't make themselves look like assholes. They just kind of powered through it and then showcased what they were working on.
yeah,
One Punch Man, that guy's just digging a hole like every time he talks.
yeah.
Uh,
It's real bad.
yeah. Have
But
you
no,
seen the
what?
Have you seen the Chainsaw Man controversy?
No.
This is why this controversy is why people make fun of anime fans. Like this is why anime
Okay.
fans are still the butt of jokes. So a new development in not Crunchyroll in the Chainsaw Man community was some gooner was watching a porn and the character in the porn looked like Reze, like
Yep.
same outfit, and they're convinced. And I think her name was like Rose or something. So now they're convinced that that was Fujimoto's inspiration, and it's like they're acting like this is the biggest like sin of all. And I'm just sitting here going like, "Are you guys like this? Have you read the manga? Like
Also,
this is what you're upset about?"
like there's so many anime characters at this point that there's gonna be some that probably look alike
Well, also now
at
people are
this
posting
point.
like
Like,
people are posting pictures of that same outfit on multiple women, and it's like, oh yeah, it was this one porn actress totally, and it's like, who gives a shit if you watched porn? Like, really,
yeah,
who cares that much? Like, I'm seeing this meltdown just watching it from afar, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah. Like, does it
what
really
the fuck?
matter? Like, he's a grown man. As long as it's not like
No, it was
terrible
very much
porn. It's
it
it,
was.
it-
Well, I mean, it was probably terrible, but it was
well,
it was
I
an
meant
adult.
I'm talking
It was
like
an adult. That's all that matters.
yeah. As long as he was an adult in like, who cares? Who gives
There
a
are
fuck?
mangakas that have done much worse and have gotten slaps on the wrists, and I'm sitting here going like, "You're really attacking Fujimoto for that?"
Yeah. I just think it's the whole people are just trying to find ways, to
No, I just think we have terminally online people that are like, this is just what they do.
Yep.
Because my favorite response was someone just posted the famous Patchy the Pirate like picture where he just goes, "That's it." And someone was
That's
like, "This is really the controversy." Like, that's it.
yeah.
I saw that and it made me laugh. I'm like, this is why anime fans are still made fun of to this day.
Yep.
Because some of these people are like the biggest fucking losers I've
Some of
ever
these
seen.
people need to touch some grass.
Yeah. Oh man. I saw that, I got a chuckle out of it. I was like, because I was like, what the fuck's going on in the Chainsaw Man community? And I was like, what?
Yep.
I thought it was a joke when I first saw it. I'm like, oh, that's funny. And then I'm like, wait, they're still complaining about it? Like it's still going on? Like what?
like it's also just like I think just reading the manga you can tell that he's kind of a weird guy, but it's interesting, but like just by reading like not even that far into it, just the beginning. He's a weird guy. To make a
Yeah.
story about a guy who has chainsaws that just pop out of his brains. He's a weird fucking
That
guy.
ain't even that's not even the weirdest part of that.
No,
manga.
I know, but like just that alone tells you he's weird. Like just accept it and move on.
I know.
Also, it's like it's
I
not
know.
that big of a deal. They're not pure little gold soul angels or something. Whatever. They're people. Did you hear that? I had a good fart there. Damn it! I can't make it.
Anyways, so what have you been watching, Alex? Oh, I also watched My Hero, but Alex hasn't watched it yet, so I don't want to say too much.
Yeah, no, don't tell me anything. I'm waiting for it to all come out and binge it because I can't watch week to week.
They are cooking so
I know
hard.
what's coming, so I keep getting spoilers though on Twitter, and it's pissing me off. So I've been avoiding Twitter. But yeah, what did I watch? Okay, so I think I talked about I watched the Summer Hikaru Died I think is where I left
Only
off
go
last
deep into the
time.
ones that are good. We don't need to hear the full in depths
No.
about the garbage you've watched.
Well, no, I'm going to talk about. I know I've already talked about this with you, but I don't think I've talked about it on the pod. I watched this show called Seven Seas, and it was like a kind of survival show, like where the world was ending, and they were sending select group of people to like basically survive, and they had sent a couple other groups before. Premise sounded interesting, but honestly, it was boring as shit. Couldn't get into it. But like as we're going on, suddenly like the whole premise like just changed in it episode, which it turned out it was them reading a diary that they found. They went super in depth into it. And you meet a ventriloquist, a comedian, and then the singer. And they're all being asked, they're like, can you lie to everyone without it being noticeable? And they were like, yeah, sure. And basically, they're underground. The world is ending for the previous thing that's happening that made it end. And at some point, they're like running out of food and stuff. So they start sending people to this like sanctuary. And when the ventriloquist guy is like, I want to see what this sanctuary is. So he goes on this train, and then they have him get off the train, and then suddenly they're stripping all the people that are on the train. The train goes up on a tilt, and all the people fall into a fucking meat grinder.
So is this like a Soylent Green situation? Like
I don't know what that means.
are they so if for those who know Soylent Green, the famous line, Soylent Green, it's people. Are they turning the people into food?
No, I think they were using them for fertilizer. But the whole point is that like this scene in this sequence Lily has nothing else to do with the show. It's just for them because they found this underground bunker.
And you made it sound like they were running out of food, so they were taking.
Well, no. This is a completely different group of people. Like, this is a whole new group of people, whole new group of characters. They're suddenly dying. You're not really invested into them because you're only learning about them for like 1 or 2 episodes. And like for the whole other time, you've been with this other group. And this was literally a plot point that went into detail that had shown me people going into a fucking meat grinder just for them to say, oh yeah, we can't actually take anything from here because if we unlock this freezer, there's a disease going around and we'll all catch it. And then they leave. And they don't even use anything with the bunker. So literally this whole fucking section of what the fuck for nothing. There was no point. And I just had to see people go into a fucking meat grinder from a train. They literally tilted the choo-choo train like a trolley, and it just dumped them into a fucking meat grinder. I had to see that, and I never want to see it again.
So you'd rather watch Made in Abyss where people turn into confetti balloons?
Yeah, I'd rather watch that, because at least there's some meaning behind it. There was no meaning to this. It was just for them to just go, bye.
I just think of that one scene in Made in Abyss season 2 where that one girl gets picked up by the bird and then turns into a confetti balloon. And I was like
that was fucking funny.
It was shocking because I forgot about the curse, and she goes up, and then I just see, and I'm like, oh, she did.
Whoopsie. But yeah, so it had a part 2, like a season 2, and I said, fuck that, I'm not gonna watch it. But then I watched Farming Life in Another World. I've somehow gotten stronger when I involved my farm-related skills. The Farming Life one was okay. The second farming one, that one was ass.
There's
then I watched
100 farming animes.
Yeah, but the other one was ass. It was just
so
bad.
Like on a scale of like bad, was it better or worse than Vending Machine season 2?
It was same plane.
Okay.
Like, just dumb. But I would say like the animation was better than Vending Machine though. This one had pretty crappy low budget animation as well, but not as bad as One Punch Man. Then I watched a bunch of movies because I was decorating for Christmas, so I just put some movies on. So I had Words Bubble Up Like Soda Pop, which that one is actually really cute. A Whisker Away, that one was interesting, and then Flavors of Youth. And all 3 of them were actually pretty good movies. Very different but good. Then I watched Tsukimichi, Moonlight Fantasy, season 1. And that one was pretty interesting. I liked that one. Then I watched My Hero Academia Vigilantes.
You get to see the crueler.
I did like the cruel Vigilantes is fun. I'm excited for the second season.
I love the whole time he's like, it's not the crueler, I'm the crawler. Okay, crueler.
Crueler.
Or the creeper,
Also,
as they call him.
and I liked his name's like Fist Punch or something, or
Knuckle Duster.
Knuckle Duster. Knuckle Duster. I really like Knuckle Duster's story. And like finding out like that his daughter was the villain, but not actually the villain. She was like basically her brain was taken over by the B quirk. Like that was interesting. And I'm assuming that she's been working for All for One because that's his voice.
Yeah.
That she talks to on the phone. It was cool to see Stain, like before he was Stendhal, which it did confirm it was like Blood Curdle, which is Stain's quirk, so
Yeah.
that made sense. And then
you also get to see young Izawa, young Midnight, and young President Mike.
Well, also it was nice to see Ido's brother too. He had a big
the
in
original
the story.
Ingenium
Yeah.
running around.
Tensei, I think is his name.
Well, yeah, because in the original series, he's the first like real example of anyone can get hurt, kind of.
Yeah. And it's interesting because they do actually kind of almost prelude it in the series as well. Because like there's one point where he's running and like his suit had airbags, and he took them out to be faster. But like those airbags did save his life the other time, which was interesting. It kind of seemed like a prelude to kind of what you're saying. I like Vigilantes a lot. And now I'm back to trash. Which is the Brilliant Healer's new life in the shadows.
That sounds bad. So
I've like added so many to my list in a short period during this week. So like during this time off. So let's hope it was worth it.
We should probably
Some
also
of these are ass.
Yeah. We should probably also address, speaking of ass, we have to address the worst possible thing we could have heard in anime dubbing.
Oh God, yeah. The AI.
So,
well, and one thing too is it's not just anime dubbing; they're also doing it for K dramas and J dramas as well.
Yes.
So
this
is
the first anime though that's been affected. So for those who don't know, obviously AI is a problem and it's getting worse. Not the first time it's happened in anime because Crunchyroll was caught using AI to do subs, which isn't great. Thankfully, they weren't replacing humans doing voices. Amazon, on the other hand, they don't care. We have had the first 100% AI dub, like no actors. It's all AI garbage.
Yeah. And it sucks.
For the show Banana Fish, which not something I'd ever watch, but apparently it's very popular.
No Game, No Life.
That one, though, there is a bit of a caveat to.
Because there is an actual dub for it. Which
leads me to believe Amazon was too cheap to license Sentai's dub, and they just said, fuck it, and just did this.
Yeah. I almost wonder, though, like, are the creators of these properties okay with Amazon doing this?
That's the thing that's scaring people is, like, because sub purists are obnoxious as fuck. And they're all, like, laughing about the dub people, and I'm just sitting here going, like, yeah, wait until they start replacing Japanese actors.
No, yeah. Like this is just
you don't think it's gonna spread that far? Like, because there's already Japanese actors and actresses that are like complaining about this and they're worried, and it's like this ain't gonna just be a dub thing. This is gonna be, if this doesn't get stopped, like this is bad.
Yeah. Well, and I think one of the most egregious things, so the story of Banana Fish is basically the spirit and the story of Banana Fish is completely opposite of AI taking over. It's like I feel like the author hates this. They can't agree with it just based on the tones of the story and the concepts of it. Like it just, like I saw a lot of people talking about that, and I just really wonder, like, did they okay this, or do they even know that this is happening?
From what it sounds like, Amazon got the license and just said, "Yeah," and this is what happened.
Wow.
Which Amazon said they were going to do this a while ago. People just kind of forgot about it.
I hope that like people's backlash works, but I fear it won't
The
because it's
problem
Amazon.
is it's Amazon. Like if this was
Ex-
Crunchyroll, maybe you could bully them because they are owned by Sony. It's very easy to bully Sony into submission.
I
Um,
feel like Crunchyroll won't do this,
you
especially
hope
after
not.
their first try and people were like, "Don't do that," and they were like, "All right, we'll stop."
If
Um,
anything, the safest one right now is Sentai because Sentai is so stubborn for their old ways.
yeah.
Um, which is part of the reason why Sentai's catalog is so
Mm.
random. Um, I'm Crunchyroll concerns me. I'm concerned about Netflix. Netflix is the one that concerns me.
I don't. Yeah, I am, but at the same time, they're putting so much work into a lot of these dubs, and I think they're getting a lot out of it.
They are, but I also notice they tend to hire on the cheap side.
Mm,
Like they'll spend the budget on one big name actor, and then the rest they'll hire unknowns, which is good for the unknowns. So I'm not saying it's bad.
yeah.
I'm just saying like they do hire on the cheap a lot.
Mm.
Although they are union dubs, so I'm not sure. That actually leads me to believe it's
See,
interesting because
and that actually would lead me to think that the AI would be harder because then they would have to be fighting the union for jobs.
yeah,
So I
yeah,
almost feel like that actually might be a safety caveat for Netflix is that like because they don't want to mess like with the union on that.
yeah, it's hard to say. The going back though, like the thing that makes this terrible, and I feel bad for Banana Fish fans because you guys ain't ever getting a real dub until the
No,
license expires. Um,
I hope they
is
take it down. Hope they
this
take
is
it
the
down.
this is the problem though because it's Amazon. Amazon literally does not give a shit.
No.
Like no matter how much backlash gets sent their way, they don't give a crap. Like fucking Bezos has a giant wall in front of his house that's illegal,
Yeah.
and he gets fined basically every month for it. He just pays the fine because he can. He's that rich.
Yeah.
Um, it's it's one of those things, and the saddest part is too. It's not. This isn't even a drop in the bucket for them. This is like completely doesn't matter to them. And
Mhm.
what concerns me more is the amount of people that are probably hate watching it because that's just what people do. And that
Yes.
little amount of clicks they're getting from hate watchers is probably already made this thing pay for itself.
Yeah.
Like,
That's the thing that's frustrating is that it to them they're not going to take it down and they're probably going to keep doing it.
they're gonna probably double down on it, which makes me it's weird because they had a few dubs before that were actually pretty okay. Like they had Look Back, and apparently the Panty and Stocking season 2 dub was okay.
Yeah. No, it definitely no, I definitely thought it was the Painting Soggy dub was good. And I mean they had that newer show that was out that like shoujo one, romance. And they do have a couple out there, but yeah, I don't know, I just think they're seeing dollar signs. They
No,
always go the
it's
cheap route. And I feel like they also are one of the companies that's trying to use AI to get people out as much as possible.
mm,
Um, which is sad. I don't think it'll last forever. There's just some stuff that AI just can't do.
yeah, it's pretty bad. But
Yeah.
yeah, we're gonna. I guess it's now time to hop into our topic.
Wait, wait, before we get into our topic, Bill, what are you drinking?
I forgot about
You're
this.
not gonna get it this time. You're not gonna skip it this time, Bill. Not this time.
I am drinking.
Sound happier.
No,
Be
I
like,
am drinking.
today I'm drinking.
I'm drinking a Liquid Death.
Ooh, a poo poo death.
Sure.
The can's brown.
Root beer wrath.
Poopy water. Poopy water.
Basically all root beer wrath tastes like is it is like a watered down root beer. This ruthless can of flavored sparkling water has a twisted plan to use natural agave and flooding bubbles to murder your thirst and recycle your thirst
Agave.
or recycle your soul. It's got 10 calories.
Worm doodles.
It's okay.
So I like the root beer ones.
They're okay. I prefer like Dr. Death or like the melon flavored one.
What about mango?
I like the cherry flavor too. Cherry's good. Mango's
What
okay.
about- Mango's not just okay. Mango's delicious. It's
Sure.
delicious.
What are you
Aren't
drinking?
you gonna ask me what I'm drinking?
I literally just did.
Oh, well, I am drinking a vitamin water with vitamin C. Seize the day, or what's left of it. That's literally what it says. 250% antioxidant vitamin C, 25% zinc, and a happy face to help support normal immune function. It's what it says on the bottle. See? See the happy face? You can't. I'll show you later. What else? It's Orange Rise. 0 calories. A nutrient-enhanced water beverage. 20 fluid ounces and 1.25 pints and 591 milliliters. Everything is 0 on the back. So it makes me wonder, what is it? What's in it?
You don't want to know. It was made in the lab.
I don't. Usually I would go into more details, but I've been so freaking congested because of my allergies that I don't want to, but I wanted to make sure I annoy Bill by making sure that we read some facts. What would you rate your beverage on a scale of 50 water buffaloes out of 100? Just 50 water buffaloes running at you at high speeds. What would you rate it?
I'd jump in front of them.
So is that good?
Whatever you want it to be.
I'm assuming that's bad because that would you'd want to get away from the water buffaloes. One 0 would be a better score because you don't want 50 water buffaloes running at you versus all 50 would be a bad score because you would want them to all run at you so you wouldn't have to taste it anymore.
I'm just seeing the Windows buffering sign up here.
I am so congested. My brain has been hurting all week. I think it's because I've been in my house so much. I've been with Miss Dingle so much. That I'm literally, I think I'm dying from her. I'm very allergic to her and I need to see a specialist and I'm working on it. I've been blowing my nose so much blood comes out. Bloody
Lovely.
boogies. Hey Bill, how do you make a tissue dance? Stop boogie come out of your nose. I just saw it happen. You laughed and a boogie came.
Anyways, so we're moving on to our
We're
we're moving on to our topic for this episode. We're talking about
Why?
nostalgic films from our childhood.
Why?
Because we watched one recently and it made me realize we watched a lot of movies back in the day on repeat, back in the old VHS days.
VCR, VHS.
Tapes. You had to rewind.
Your
those.
brain's also buffering.
I'm so lost by that joke, that old man joke you just dropped earlier.
You put a little boogie in it.
So
I'm
yeah,
still
we watched.
an old man.
There was a good back in the day. VHS collections were always super fun because you just grab them and watch these movies, and then they'd always be not rewound because no one ever rewinds anything.
So you'd have to spend 20 minutes just rerounding the movie just to start it.
Well, it was whenever you rented from Blockbuster, and they were always "Be kind, rewind," and then we find out from Blockbuster employees that they didn't give a fuck, and they had rewinding machines that did it in 3 seconds.
Yeah. I wonder if those still exist. I wonder if you can get a rewinding machine.
I bet they're still in some of the abandoned Blockbusters, just chilling.
We should break into the one in our hometown. See if it's still there.
every now and then you can kind of peek through the doors of that, and like you can still see like the remains and stuff, and it's really weird. Like it's fascinating. Like I kind of want to explore it.
We can become abandoned building explorers, Bill. That'd be funny because I feel like I would just make jokes the whole time.
But yeah. So we watched a whole bunch of movies back in the day.
Yes, as children do.
Alex was famous. She would go through phases where she would just watch the same movie on repeat for periods of time.
Yeah, I mean that's how I watched One Piece, so much One Piece, because I just would watch my favorite arcs over and over again. I still do it to this day.
Anytime you would rent a movie from Blockbuster, you would just watch that movie on repeat over and over.
Well, also different vibes because you were renting from a movie, so you only had it for a certain amount of time. So I had to get what I could out of it and watch it over and over and over again. I'm not gonna one and done it when I'm renting it. If I own it, I won't do that. But if I'm renting it, I'm gonna get my renting money out of it.
See, this is why I would later just rent like video games because
But someone would delete over your save file, Bill.
Alex, we didn't have cartridge-based consoles. We had memory cards. No one was saving over my files.
Shit, sorry.
No, but anyways, so it was a lot of movies like that. I vividly remember you would rent the Alvin and the Chipmunks movie.
Yeah, that was a great movie.
Not the live action garbage. The animated one where they were like traveling across the world.
Yeah, that was a good fucking movie. I don't remember it.
I just remember there's a scene where a bird steals the dumb green one's sandwich, and he's like, "My sandwich," and Alex would just replay that over and over again.
And what we've learned is I still do that to this day.
Yes, if you find, as we learned with the fucking Digimon pooping.
I think we did Cats Don't Dance too. But, I have fun, okay? And I enjoy laughing at a good poop joke.
I guess moving on, we should start with Cats Don't Dance, because that's kind of what started this whole adventure.
That's a great movie, and it deserves better than what it got.
It is a fun animated movie that no one watched because it wasn't.
But now
Disney.
It's a cult classic.
Yeah, that you can't get on any streaming other than Amazon.
But it also was a bit of advertising too, because didn't we read that no one had really talked about it or anything, and it just kind of came out and.
Well, it also kind of got sabotaged by like other big name studios because
that can happen even to this day. Like if they don't prepare do it advertising and start announcing it and getting people hyped about it, people just don't care. Did you know there's another Avatar movie coming out?
I did, but I just don't care.
Only reason I found out was because I was on my bike and it forced me to watch an ad on Amazon Prime. And I was like, they're making another one? Why? And
because James Cameron wants to. I don't know.
And it said it was being in theaters in a week, and I was like, I didn't hear about this until now.
I just know about it because James Cameron will go on rants about how people just don't understand, and I'm like,
which one's James Cameron?
He made Avatar.
What else did he make?
Titanic.
Oh, he's
Terminator.
He's the sub guy.
He also does that.
Subs. Yes.
He also did Terminator and Alien 2, Aliens.
Oh.
He's a good director, but I think Avatar's his worst project he's ever worked on.
I mean, it's made a ton of money, but I never got it. It's made it.
So the first one made a ton of money because it looked really nice, but the plot is fucking garbage. It's just Pocahontas. It's just Pocahontas. But worse.
I've never seen a single Avatar movie, and I don't plan on seeing
I watched the first one because of the hype, and I'm like, it's just fucking Pocahontas.
I'd rather watch the B movie.
It's arguably got a better plot.
Thinking B. Anyways,
Cats
back to Cats Don't Dance.
Cats Don't Dance is a fun movie because it's very short, surprisingly.
It's also animated movies were shorter back then, though, too.
It's also such a meta film because it's basically talking about Warner Brothers production. It's and stuff, and it's it's basically a cat who wants to be in the big picture movies, but when he finally gets there, it's animals can't be in big picture movies. What are you, stupid?
It's a story about racism in film. No, that's exactly what it is. It's talking about racism. It's talking about, I mean, it's doing it in a more fun and pleasant way, but during that time, uh, in many years before that, there was definitely a lot of racism towards people of color in film. Like, for the most part, it was a white dominated industry, and people of color who did get roles, they usually weren't the top roles. They were those lesser background roles, like the animals played in the background. So, for its time, I'm sure it also might have been a little controversial to some people, just because people looked at it differently. Maybe that's why some people didn't. But really, if you really look down on it, it is a story about racism in the film industry.
I don't disagree. I don't think that had to do with why it failed. I think it had a lot more to do with it was sabotaged by other studios.
No, yeah, I'm sure it's a little bit of that, but I'm sure also there might have been some people who might not. I'm sure there's some people now who probably wouldn't watch it.
Well, also
how people are in the world
also,
right now.
Let's also face it. It serves you right. Alex has destroyed like 7 stress balls in this goddamn podcast.
No, this is my third one. It's on my wrist, and I can't get it off without making it explode more. Shit.
It serves you fucking right.
Hold on. I need to watch it.
We're gonna take a quick break. Alex broke another stress ball.
I feel like I can't be a serious person. Every time I try and talk about anything serious, I can't. Something fucks it up.
Yeah.
Now I only have 2 stress balls. What am I gonna do?
You're gonna break those too, and then you're gonna get more for Christmas.
This one I have had for literally like 4 years. It ain't popping at this point. And this one
is that a challenge? I hope you pop it.
That was so funny. That was it was the circle pumpkin one. So I put it on my wrist because sometimes I like to just, I don't know, fidget with it. And then suddenly I felt something on my skin. I was like, what is that? And I was like, no.
You need a goddamn fidget spinner.
No, those are annoying. I need like no, I just need more stress balls. Anyways, Cats Don't Dance. Very good film. Music is wonderful.
The song, it's back when like movies actually had songs that were good, which is coming back a bit. Yeah. Very pretty animation for the time, and it has so many parodies in it, like the ending, like with all the parody movie posters that date the movie so fucking hard.
But it's still enjoyable.
Yeah, that one was fun. I get why no one knows about it because it is very obscure.
I think more people do know about it now. It's more of a cult classic category.
Maybe. Speaking of older films, though, and songs, older films with musical numbers.
Yes.
You like Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, Alex?
Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, we love. Yes, it's about the flying magical car. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Alive, potentially. Kind of. The whole movie, it's
or
one
was
of those
it all a dream?
Well, no, they fly up in the air at the end.
I know.
That movie is one of those weird, trippy movies from that era about the family where the wife is dead, because that's just how these movies always seem to go.
Yep.
And actually, the movie's weird because it starts with like a race, like a motor race, where the fastest car is the one that becomes Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, where it crashes and burns to the fucking ground.
Yep.
And then there's a whole plot about they want to save this car, so they have to make money. And the dad is an inventor, and he creates inventions.
Sweets, toot, sweets.
I remember more of the fucking haircut machine that fucking gave the guy the fucking little thing on his head.
The monk cut, isn't that kind of like what some?
No, he had like this one straight up part of the center. And
oh
just cut
no! Oh, I thought it was like where they it's like the ring of hair.
No, it was worse. But
oh god.
Yeah, I always remember because he's all pedaling on his bike and he's like, oh, it's all fun. And they're like,
Oh
your
wait,
head
monks
is
are bald. Never mind.
yeah, they're like, your head is smoking. And he's like, oh no. And he takes the thing out, the guy's hair is just fucked. And he's like,
Yes.
I'm gonna go run away and join this like stage performance where we're
Yep.
dancing with bamboo. What was that song?
I don't remember that one. I
The
remember
old bamboo. The
Oh,
old bamboo.
the old bamboo, the old bamboo, the old bamboo. Yep.
And he
And
somehow just makes all the money that he would have made off the haircut thing by doing the dance.
Yep. Which he stole from the actual performers, technically, if you think about it.
I guess.
Because he just hijacked their show and then like took all the money.
Let's be fair though. Their original show probably would have sucked.
Well, yeah, true. I'm sure he gave them a small cut, but
I love there's a
not
part where he
lot.
tries to escape the stage too. The guy's like waiting for him there, and he's like, I'm gonna just stay up here. Yeah, and then they fix the car. He uses a boat to rebuild the cab because of
Yeah.
course. And the kid's like, it's a magic car. And then
And he's like, yeah, sure, you idiots. No.
but then there's the best part of this movie, which is the grandfather.
Yes. He
Who's
gets
like-
kidnapped via porta potty.
Well, because every day he's like, I'm going to Antarctica, or I'm going
And he
to
goes
Africa."
into his outhouse.
Yeah, he just stays in there.
What was he doing in there? I feel like that was him like having a schizophrenic like moment. Like if you really
Well, 'cause
think about it, what was he doing in there?
Because
Or he just was taking he was an iPad, like a person on the toilet with their phone before. He was just using his imagination instead.
because there's then there's the lady who's like the obvious love interest, and
Yes.
she crashes her car into that same lake like 4 times throughout the movie. What's funny is the first time she can get out fine, but then every other time it's like, nah,
No.
yeah, I need you
I
to come
mean-
get me.
Yes.
Then the movie goes on this weird like fantastical
Magical
yeah
journey. Well, yeah, because he gets kidnapped because they want him the king
Well,
of the
because-
land he gets kidnapped wants him to make that wonderful chitty chitty bang bang car for
well
himself.
because they apparently see him with the floating boat car where the car just grows an inner tube out of it, and it's like, this makes sense.
Yeah, no
um
question. Chitty chitty bang bang.
but then they're like, they kidnap the grandfather because they're like, we want you to make the thing. We've kidnapped you in your laboratory, which is the outhouse. And then
Yes.
they're like, we want you to make this car float. So him and then all the little henchmen are like going around just putting like a paddle and some life preservers on the car. They're like, this'll do it. And then it explodes.
Yep.
Like, okay. It's one of those movies that's more entertaining to watch than explain, because it's just like
Well, it has some very classic moments in film. Like I think one of the most famous ones is
when they drive off the
Ah.
hill and the car flies.
well that and like the famous like music box song where she ends up at one point they have to infiltrate the castle to save the kids because the kids get kidnapped because this is a land where kids aren't allowed. And there's literally this creepy pedo like kidnapper man. He has his equivalent of a pedo of a white van, except it's a nice carriage that he decorated as a candy carriage. Which
I never
that
actually
literally
thought of
happens in the movie. He
I never
literally
thought about
kids
that.
with candy.
I never thought about that.
And
Ew.
so they have to save the kids. So they infiltrate because the king loves toys, and that's why he hates kids because kids.
Oh, so
also
he's the
love toys.
opposite of the fucking the Burgermeister in fucking
Yes, he's the
Santa's
he's
coming
the
to town.
reverse Burgermeister, except he just wants the toys for himself. And so she's on like she pretends to be a music box to get in, and she like sings a song. It's like one of the more famous parts, I think, of the film. That scene.
Like
but
she did
no,
that
it's-
weird like jittery animation, like acting.
Yes. Yeah, but they
Yeah.
rescue the kids. They rescue all the kids. They save the land, and then it's question. And then you come back, and it's like, oh, the kids were dreaming.
Yeah, and then she drives
But
in
then
the
the
lake
car
again.
still flies away.
Yeah. Well, then she drives in the lake again, has to get rescued, and then it's like, oh yeah, her dad, the candy guy's like, I love your whistles.
Toot
We're gonna make-
sweets.
Toot sweets. Yeah, we're gonna make millions.
Sweet. Toot sweet.
I like how he made garbage candy, but then the dog was like blowing on. He's like, it's a whistle.
It is. It is. That was a great movie.
It's entertaining, but the whole time you're like, was it all a dream? And then he drives off the cliff, and the car still flies, but it doesn't have the wings; it's just flying. And you're like,
Yeah.
okay,
You're like,
sure.
why not?
Oh
And
man,
it crashed and I all died, and that's the end of the movie.
yeah, that was it was all a dream. They all
Fever
died.
dream.
Um,
But the kids were kidnapped by the creepy man with a candy van, a candy carriage van.
speaking of another classic movie, there was also Bedknobs and Broomsticks.
Yes, which this is one that also tied in some animation to it, not for the full
Which-
movie.
Is really funny because all of the goddamn advertisements for this movie highlight the animation segment with them, the humans mixing with the animation.
Wait, and it's funny because that's not even the best part of the movie. The
No,
best part's
that's
the end.
well, the end, but like that whole section is literally like 10 minutes of the movie. Like it's this one small part that has nothing to do with the rest of the film.
Yeah.
Um,
But you can't deny that it was very cool for the time to have people in the animation world.
it's very cool. I think the thing that made it kind of less cool for us was we had watched it after another film we're going to talk about later.
Yeah.
But
I still thought it was good though.
I
But
just like
Bedknobs and Broomstick. Oh, you go.
I was just gonna say it's an interesting film because it's a very old film, like an old
Yeah.
Disney movie, where it's like a family gets left with this lady who I'm not sure if is their aunt or just
Well, I don't think she's
caretaker.
actually related. I think she just took them in. So it's a group of kids. I think 2 boys and 2 girls and their parents. They're in it's said I can't remember exactly, but it's in Europe during some sort of European war going on.
There was a
Where the
lot of
kids
those
were,
back in the day.
there was. So I don't remember exactly, but something was happening and they had the kids relocate to a different area to avoid the war. And it seemed like they were doing it pretty often. So they had kids basically placed with whoever they could. And the person they got placed with just happened to be a witch. A witch in
Yeah.
training.
A witch who is getting all of her instructions from this like mail order like service, and then we find out later the guy is a fucking con artist.
Well, he
Like,
just had the book. He
Yeah.
had pages of the book, and was sending her those. And he didn't have any talent for it, but she actually did.
yeah, she just happened to actually be a witch. Like,
But the kids end up staying with there, and the first part of the movie is them kind of like learning because she reluctantly took them in. She basically was like pushed into doing it. But then they end up having like a nice little bond. And some of the movie, the reason why it's called Bedknobs and Broomsticks is
Well, the
because
first-
witchcraft.
the first scene where they find out she's a witch is where she gets her first broom, and she's like
Yes.
trying to do it, which is really funny. And then she grabs it and breaks it, and they're like, "Well, we found this," and she's like, "Okay, how would you like to be a rabbit?" And just turns him into
Yes.
a fucking rabbit. He gets chased around by the cat.
Yes.
Uh.
Which does the cat talk?
No,
Oh shit.
It
I'm just
wasn't a-
thinking of Salem. I'm just thinking of Salem.
or, or the cat from Hocus Pocus.
Yes.
It was
And
actually a guy.
so part of the reason why she wanted to learn the witchcraft is because she wanted to learn a specific spell, which was to help with the war. So they actually ended up leaving the house to go to the city where they find the con artist. And they use that using the bed as a magical transportation device. So that's why it's bed knobs, because they use the bed knob as the catalyst for.
They fly through the air on this bed, which is just super
Well, it's
funny.
more like transportation. Do they actually fly, or is it just like magical world changing? I
Oh, yeah,
don't.
there's points where it's like flying through the air and it like
Oh.
lands in places.
Oh yeah, it does. So they go through the town, but then eventually they find out that the last page is actually in the storybook land.
Well, they need the phrase on this medallion that was in this
Yes, that's
children's
it.
book, which is really funny in hindsight because of the fact that they end up going to this storybook to get the medallion from this Lion King who likes to play soccer. I
Yes,
think it was soccer.
football.
Football. And there's a whole thing where like the guy, the magician who's not actually a magician, is the ref, and he just gets fucking wrecked multiple
Yeah.
times.
He gets
But
run
he-
over several times.
But he ends up swapping the medallion with his whistle, and they steal it before. I think
The
they.
king. He ends up
doesn't-
chasing them.
Doesn't he
and
get turned
almost-
into a rabbit? Too?
I think so.
This weird rabbit lion abomination.
Yes. But they get the medallion, they get the words, and then she
Well, no. You got to remember, this is the funniest part about this. They get the medallion and they go back to the real world, and then the medallion disappears because obviously it can't exist in the real world.
Oh.
And they're like, well, darn. And then the kid's like, hey, it's in the back of the book right here the whole time.
and they're like, fuck, we wasted our time.
Oh, yeah. No, it's more of a funny, just like, ha, ha, ha. As like the guy's like, I just got my ass beat for no reason.
Yep. But they get it. She can cast the spell, and then she wins the war.
She gets shot down from the sky at one
Well, yeah,
point.
but she still wins. Her spell works.
I just like
and
the
it
image of all
enchants
these
all the armor.
soldiers just getting beat up by fucking armor.
It was so cool. That was such a cool part of the movie, though. You can't deny, like, having all the like armor just come to life and like start attacking. Like, that was really cool. However they did it, I'm assuming probably some sort of green screening. I'm assuming it's people
probably.
in them in green screen suits. It's my assumption, but it
I'm
was.
not sure if green screen was around
was
then.
it? Oh.
That's an old movie. So
Well, how did they had to have had something to get them on the in the animation too.
maybe either there was some very good puppetry.
Yeah, either very good puppetry or very early green
No, they might it
screening.
might have been green screening because that's how they did the animation stuff. Probably
Yeah.
very
that was
rudimentary.
pretty neat.
But yeah, no, it's a cool final segment. It's an interesting movie.
Mm.
And then they go home after because
Yeah.
the war's over.
But they'll always remember their time with her.
Ding ding, we can ride a bed.
Yeah. That was always fun. I always wanted to do that too.
Another movie that you brought up that I had things to say. Homeward Bound.
Homeward Bound.
This is one of those movies that you don't want to read the production on because it's actually really sad. It kind of
Oh God, I don't want to talk about this then. If it's
Okay,
gonna
I
have
won't bring it up.
trigger,
I won't
if
bring up.
there's just
I won't bring up the production then. But yeah, the movie is like one of those quintessential '90s movies
mhm.
where like it's about three pets that get lost in the forest getting home.
Well, isn't it like their human was moving and
Yes, and
they
they
got
get-
lost mid moving and they had to find their way back?
Yeah,
Because
and there
there's
was a
two
whole
dogs and a kitty cat.
yes, a Himalayan.
Yes.
Um,
He's so cute.
but they're all like voice acted throughout the films, and they like
Yes.
talk, but the humans can't hear them. But it's like this whole like thing where like they have to go through this forest to get back, and then they end up getting separated and stuff. I just remember watching it and thinking like, damn, how did they film this? Don't read about how they filmed it.
I don't.
Um,
Yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to feel sad.
Yeah,
But
it's like a
that was
very
the-
there was two of them too, wasn't there?
I think so.
Yeah, because the second one was in like a city.
maybe. I don't know. I don't want to look into it because I don't want to find. I'm assuming I know that it's going to be animal abusey, or
Most-
potentially
most films back then.
animal death, to film. So I don't want to hear about it
Um,
because I'll cry. Because I won't cry about people, but I will cry over an animal. They're special.
so The Land Before Time.
The Land Before Time. That was a series that had multiple movies, right?
Yeah, there's like 20 of them, but the only one that really matters is the first one.
Yeah. The
The one
first
that-
one was the one that had budget, and then the rest of them did not.
The first one was done by Don Bluth. All the
Yeah.
others were cash grabs.
Yeah.
You know, when it gets to like 13, there you're like, okay, you're milking it
All right,
now.
we get it. They're all direct to Did the original one have like a theatrical release?
I believe so.
I'm looking it up on my phone.
It's a movie about dinosaurs.
Yeah, dying.
Well, yeah, because
Actually,
their
wait, is it? I can't
their food,
remember.
yeah, their food supply is gone, and they have to find a new supply
Oh
because
yeah. And then the meteorite hit. And then they
That-
all died.
that's how the final movie ends. Do you remember Disney had that dinosaur movie too that no one watched?
The good dinosaur.
No. This before that, like years before that.
Also, the Land Before Time had some very scary dinosaurs. The T-Rexes were terrifying.
Well, yeah,
They were
because dinosaurs.
Well, wasn't it too that the kids got separated? Like the main
Yeah, it's another.
characters?
It's very much like they go on their whole journey to find food, and then that's part of like the thing. It's very much the coming of age story kind of thing,
Yes.
which
They
they then
lost-
rinse and they rinse and repeat like 20 times.
And they just keep adding more characters.
I remember the one with the fish because like we had that one for some reason growing up.
The fish.
Yeah, it was like a fish. I think it was like the 7th one.
I thought that was Ice Age.
No, I mean probably both.
Did Ice Age have a fish one? I thought okay, maybe they both did. I remember
Ice
there
Age
was
went to Ice Age went to space at one point.
Aren't they making another Ice Age?
I don't care. I stopped
Ice
caring after the second one.
And they're making another Shrek.
Cool.
And
Hey
they're
now.
redoing the whole movie.
Hey now.
You're an all-star. Get your game on. Go foot. And then it's that creepy
I just think of-
abomination from Digimon.
The song I actually remember more is from Shrek 2, the fucking Counting Crows song, the accidentally in love or whatever.
See, from Shrek 2, I remember I need a hero. That's what I need. Because that's from the climax where the
I also remember that there was also like the Viva la Vida Loca. Like
I think that was just the ending credits. though.
it was because I remember the giant gingerbread man was still in the moat singing.
Yeah. I need to.
Was it-
What was the actual plot of The Land Before Time? Littlefoot. Oh yeah, Littlefoot. Oh yeah, his mom literally dies.
Of course,
Shit,
it's
he was
a
orphaned when his mom died. She literally died protecting him from a carnivore, one of the dinosaurs.
it's a kids
then-
movie. The moms always die.
Oh, the whole time they're being tracked by the killer dinosaur. Oh, that's scary. I forgot
Yeah, it was
how
a-
intense this movie was.
That was Don Bluth. He just made intense movies.
Jesus. Oh God. Forgot how dark. All right. Well, fuck. How come looking back on things from your childhood and you're just like, why is this so dark? Why?
Because kids used to be tough. Like we could handle this shit.
I can't. I can't handle it.
Now they see Skibbity Toilet, and that's the most they can handle.
Oh God.
I still have yet to watch that, so I still have no idea. But
I don't know. I don't want to know. Oh, I did see a funny video though. You know how like kids are saying 6'7"? I think we brought it up at some
yeah,
point.
it means
Yeah.
nothing. That's the
I
joke.
don't but so someone posted, they were like, all right, I'm a father. And this is your countermeasure to 6'7". If your kids say 6'7", you go 8'9". And they get so angry. The kids get so angry if you go 8'9".
Well, yeah, because
So everyone kill 6'7" by just going 8'9". And
or just don't acknowledge it, because the whole thing is it means nothing. They just keeping it alive is what brings them joy.
Well,
It's like the
it's just-
fucking
this dad was like, my kid got so mad when I did it. He was like, no, you're not supposed to. It's so fucking
Alex.
funny.
It's like the fucking game. You remember the game?
No, I never understood what the game was. I never got it. I don't know. I still
it's-
don't know.
It's whenever someone brought up the game, you have to then go, "I lost the game."
Is that it?
Yeah,
Like,
it was
is that
dumb.
literally how you? That's dumb. That's stupid. I don't get
Exactly.
it.
Exactly. It's
We also
exact.
used to plank. We used to plank.
People died planking, Alex.
Dear God. And
there
we
are
used to eat Tide
a
Pods.
lot. There are a lot of deaths involving planking.
Oh my goodness. Anyways, 8'9". 8'9".
Um, You're killing me, Smalls. How about the Sandlot?
Oh, I always remember the Sandlot for the tequila scene.
Oh yeah, the roller coaster scene.
Da-da-da-da.
I remember we played that song in school band, but we weren't allowed to say tequila. So it was just like there'd just be awkward pauses where it'd be like nothing.
That's the best karaoke song.
Yeah.
It's so easy.
That scene is so gross in the movie.
Oh yeah.
Because they're on the tilt-a-whirl and they're just fucking throwing up their fucking chewing tobacco because they're kids. And then of course there's a scene where they fucking get some girls walking by. And I'm just like, dude.
You're like, someone may have had a fetish.
No, it was just like the fucking whenever that film was made. It was different then.
You never know. You know who was making films during that time? A bunch of creepers. No.
That was more of a haha joke than anything.
That's what they want you to think.
The
Sandlot, though. The Sandlot, it was like a baseball story, right? Like literally,
Yes.
it was like was there like two teams and that they
Well, no, it was a bunch of kids that were just playing baseball in a field, the Sandlot, as it was called.
And they were like, did they fix up the field? Because I remember the big dog too.
It wasn't that they fixed up the field. It was kind of their base. The first one was their kids playing baseball.
Something was happening to the field though, right? Because they needed some sort of plot point.
Well, no, the story of you're mixing up the sequels because yes, this film had sequels.
It did?
It had two.
Why?
Money.
Oh yeah, true. The reason for everything, money.
No, because did you pop another?
No, I took his eyes.
Good. No. The plot of The Sandlot is it's a kid moves into town, and he's kind of a loner because he moves all the time. One of those situations, and he wants to make friends, so he ends up coming across The Sandlot, even though he's kind of like a shut-in nerd. Doesn't play sports, but his dad's like his stepdad because his mom got remarried. Is really into baseball, and they're trying to play, and he like throws the ball and it gets him right in the face because the kid doesn't know how to play baseball. But he ends up coming across the kids at The Sandlot, and he like wants to hang out, but he's afraid because reasons. And then the main guy who's like the main character, like the leader, ends up basically being like, "Come with me, you're gonna play because we're friends now."
Aww.
And it's kind of the whole thing where he ends up becoming good at baseball, and they end up
bonding with his new stepfather.
There's the scene at the pool where that really uncomfortable scene nowadays where the kid pretends to be dead in the pool to kiss the lifeguard. And then ends up marrying her later. Movies were fun, different back in the day.
Movies were different back then. It's so funny reminiscing because you remember liking something, and then you like go into the plot, and then you're like, oh, that was interesting.
Well, because there's that whole scene where the lady walks by, like, because it's supposed to be like an older girl because younger kids are just like infatuated. And there's like a whole scene where she walks by in this like tight dress, and it like just like zooms in on her butt, and she's walking away, and I'm like, oh yeah. Whatever this was.
Wasn't there also like the Worms and Dirt movie? Like where the kids had to eat a bunch of worms and it came with
how to cook fried worm, eat fried worms.
Yeah.
That was years later. That was like a lot.
That was years. I remember that. That was coming to my brain with this. We don't need to talk about it, but that just came into my brain thinking about this movie because I think there was some baseball in that too. Maybe not. I remember. I just remember them eating the worms.
I remember that movie because there's a scene where they're playing fucking DDR and they accidentally spill a shake over it and the machine goes haywire and they just run away.
Yeah, as you do.
No, the big plot point in The Sandlot, though, is where it goes from being a funny baseball movie to a fucking Great Escape movie is...
the dog. They have to outrun the dog.
They destroy their last baseball and... they're like, how are we gonna play now? We can't afford another baseball because we're broke kids. So the kid goes, oh, I have one at home. He goes and gets it, and it's the signed Babe Ruth baseball that it was his stepdad's. It's like, what? You see it,
and then it ends up in the dog. Yep.
Yeah, they nail it over the wall, and there's a whole thing where they're like, we have to get the thing, but there's the evil dog on the other side that is this giant dog, and it won't let anyone. And I like how the flashbacks make it seem like it's this huge dog, but it's actually like just a big good boy.
It was a mastiff, right? I think it was a mastiff.
Yeah, it was a big boy. But then there's this whole thing where they're like trying to get the thing, and they make these elaborate like schemes and stuff, like these like robots. I remember the dog fucking launches the robot over.
Yeah,
They tried great escaping, tunneling under to get it,
didn't work.
and then it eventually ends up being the final thing. Is he puts on the PF Flyers, and he has to jump over he runs and jumps over the wall to go get it. And then there's the big chase scene because the dog knocks the wall down. And then the best climax is when they get the ball back. They go and the wall's down. They bring the dog back to the old man, Mr. Myrtle, and it's James Earl Jones. It's Darth Vader, basically. And the best quote is when he's like, "Why didn't you just ask me for it? I would have gone and got it," because they thought he was evil.
And they're like, "Oh, don't judge a book by its cover."
But then there's a whole it's a whole thing where he's like, "Let me see that ball." He's like, "Here, take this other ball that's not only signed by Babe Ruth, but all of the Yankees from that year as a replacement." Because the ball was destroyed by that point.
Yeah.
And then him and his dad make up. And then it cuts to the future and it cuts to the future, and now the main guy is a professional baseball player, and then the other guy is like an announcer in the booth.
Nice. But they did make some sequels.
They did. The second one is like unrelated to the first one because it's like a different group of kids but they're just in the same yard.
Oh, okay.
But there's also girls because they were like, gotta be gender inclusive. It was that kind of played up on it. It was kind of the joke was the whole boys
I'm
and
assuming
girls.
the first movie was based off some sort of book or something, or
I don't even know. I think it was more just like it was supposed to be a baseball story. There wasn't even like a gender war thing in the first movie. It
was just a story.
Yeah, like the plot of the first movie, like adding like a female character really wouldn't have changed anything, kind of thing.
Yeah.
The second movie was written around that because there's a whole like boys versus girls mentality going on for a bit, and then they find out the girls are actually better at baseball than most of them. So then the girls join their team, and then there's the same. Then the plot recycles, but instead of a baseball, they lose a NASA space shuttle.
So the original Sandlot, it wasn't based on a book, but it was actually based on a semi-autobiographical story by the childhood of one of the co-writers and director.
That was one of my favorite like movies watching it just because it had like one of my first like moments of a swear in a movie. Because when the dog jumps over the wall, there's that famous scene where the kid's just like, "Oh shit," and then runs off.
I mean, but what else are you gonna say when a giant dog is running at you?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. I thought I popped it for a second.
That is a fun movie though. There's also a third movie, but the third movie is bad.
Bad?
So the third movie actually uses the original, like the same continuity as the first movie, and brings back a lot of the characters, but they're adults now. And it's about like they changed it up to like it actually has an original plot. They didn't just recycle the first plot. Where it's like this like guy's it revolves around this other baseball player, and he's like a dirtbag, like douchebag kind of guy. And he basically like threw away his entire like family, like the love of his life because he's an asshole kind of thing. And he gets nailed in the face with a ball, and he gets knocked out. And then all of a sudden it's like one of those flashback situations where he's like reliving his past, but he makes different decisions this time around.
Oh.
And by doing that, he somehow wakes up and it's like his life's good now. It's one of those things where it's like this stupid.
Don't question it.
It's like this is dumb.
Just watch it and never watch it again.
I watched it once back in the day and it was bad.
I did. I didn't watch the I didn't know there was two other ones.
You watched both of them. You just don't remember.
I don't remember shit about because I don't remember shit.
I had the first two on a fucking PSP UMD.
Good for you.
Like I remember that. You'd watch The Sandlot and The Sandlot 2. That's a duck.
That's my duck impression.
What
How
other
was it?
movies?
We have one more, which is probably the best
Yes.
one out of all of them.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit? A movie that's not really for kids.
No, it's not. It really isn't.
It's not at all. Yeah, this movie's famous for did you also
Jessica
see
Rabbit.
did you see the Roger Rabbit's creator actually has the rights back to it now?
Oh, he does?
Yeah, they finally defaulted away from Disney so he can actually do stuff with it again.
Aw. Well, that's
I think
awesome.
he's actually planning on making some stuff with it, but we'll see. But yeah,
Like
the
a new story based on like Toontown.
maybe
Ooh.
or just do stuff with Roger Rabbit. But yeah, the movie was very notable because it was famously a very well done mixture of animation and real life.
Yeah, and this one was the opposite of Bedknobs and Broomsticks, where instead of the people going to the animation world, it was, I mean, they sometimes do, but for the most part, it was the two animation in the people world.
Well, it was a world where like they're just the two are combined. Like it's a world of like where there's the toon world and then there's the non-toon world, and they just coexist and they go back and forth from each other.
Yes.
Excuse me.
And there was a murder.
There was a lot of things that happened.
There was a murder, and Roger Rabbit was framed, and we got to figure out who framed him with the reluctant detective because he doesn't like toons because a toon killed his brother. But guess what? They're going to find out the toon that killed his brother also murdered the other guy and framed Roger Rabbit.
It was this face when I killed your brother.
Oh, and that's one of the creepiest scenes I think ever made.
Well,
when he's like becoming the half toon, half person thing, like, that's
no,
scary.
the creepiest scene to me isn't when he becomes the toon.
When he goes to the dip.
It's after he gets run over by the fucking steamroller and he gets up and he's just flat and all like, ooh.
And he gets melted in the dip because the dip is what kills the toons.
Oh yeah, because he's like, I'm melting, and then they're like, it was a mask. Goofy's like, wonder what he really looked like. Because this film also famously has Disney and Warner Brothers animated characters on screen at the same time. Like there is a famous scene of this movie where Donald Duck and Daffy Duck are having like a piano battle.
Yes.
And it is so freaking insane because they're just like seeing those two animation styles and like styles of like comedy clashing is so weird.
Yeah. Well, because it never happened again after that.
No, not that I can think of. Not to this extreme. Because there's also the scene of Mickey and Bugs Bunny skydiving.
Yep.
And
they keep like, here you go, here's a parachute.
Yeah, and it's no. He's like, can I have your spare? He's like, do you want to give him your spare? He's like, I don't know if he wants it. No, give me the spare. They're like, okay, and it's a spare tire.
It's a spare tire. Typical toon fashion.
Yeah. The Toontown segment is so short in the long run, but like it's also like really funny. Yeah. Also, that movie, Bob Hoskins plays the main character, and Bob Hoskins is detective. So funny in the role.
Well, because he's so angsty. He's angsty teen energy.
And he played Mario in the movie later.
Oh, God.
And he had a miserable time.
Yeah. But he did Who Framed Roger Rabbit, which is a cult classic.
And to be fair, he was a good Mario. He just had to work with a horrible script.
Yeah. Yeah. He was a good detective. That movie's great. I mean, it takes you on a journey. Because I honestly say, like, watching it, like, I don't think you could predict where it was going to go from the beginning.
No, because it's bizarre. Like, it is, well, like, the scene where it's, like, the first appearance of Jessica Rabbit, and he's like, it's like, guy must really like rabbits. And then it's like, oh, it's a pretty lady.
Cool. Yes. And I mean, like, Jessica Rabbit is an iconic character and has been referenced in so much film. It was actually funny because people were actually tying it at the show Hazbin Hotel. They actually do a Jessica Rabbit reference in this season. Like, it's still to this day, like, she's iconic.
Well, I mean, because her entire design is like she's designed to be essentially over the top sexy.
Yeah. And it
which is-
works really well.
And if you watch a lot of anime, you see a lot of the inspiration there too.
Yep.
That was actually the thing. There wasn't the only it'd be really nowadays it'd be funny if there was like anime involved too, because like that would be another clashing style.
Someone should make a Who Framed Roger Rabbit style movie, but with anime characters.
That'd be so fucking weird.
That would be chaotic. And then it's like a crossover of like Dragon Ball and then something like not Toei. Like what would be like Toei's biggest competitor? Mappa. It's Dragon Ball and then like
Are they really
Jujutsu Kaisen.
competitors?
I don't well, it's like close, different animation studios.
I
Just one
guess
from
there's
each of the studios to crossover.
Studio Pierrot, Bones, Madhouse, all of them.
All Might.
All Might versus well, no, that
Wait, we already have it. It's that video game.
oh yeah, fucking
Yeah.
Jump Force and
Yeah,
or the other
Jump
the
Force,
Jump
but
Stars.
it needs to just be in the human world. We get some JoJo in there. We get all the great ones.
Yeah. But yeah, I think we've reminisced enough.
Yes.
It's
An
been
hour and a half. Ew.
only been longer because you had to go change your
been-
laundry.
I did. I had to change my laundry.
And you had a
then-
tragic incident happen.
That's the third stress ball this year. Cause I had that ducky one, and then
My Baba just ball.
and then my purple one, which I had popped earlier, but I super popped the other week. And then now my little pumpkin donut one.
I actually think the chicken pop happened. It was either the 200th episode or it happened during the 3DO New Year's special. I'm not.
I think it was the 3DO New Year's special. I knew there was other people.
Yeah. My Baba just ball.
That was so sad. I'm so
But
sad.
yeah, I guess that's good enough for today, though, guys. Once again, thank you for joining us on the Gaming and Collecting Podcast. You can find the Gaming and Collecting Podcast on all major podcasting platforms, and be sure to check us out over on the Superpod Network, superpodnetwork.com. Awesome place where you can find a whole bunch of different shows, videos, blogs, all sorts of fun stuff. But anyways, guys, once again, thank you for joining us, and we will see you all later.
No, you won't. I'm in your